What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know, including our top story of today is that WWE legend Road Warrior Animal has passed away at the age of 60, the wrestling world's reaction, The Rock seems open to wrestling Roman Reigns, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now, unfortunately, our top news is that Road Warrior Animal, one half of Legion of Doom, has passed away today. Now, unfortunately, we're saddened to learn the passing of Joe Laurinaitis, aka Road Warrior Animal. Joe Laurinaitis' brother Marcus posted the news via Facebook, and according to a report from TMZ Sports, law enforcement tells us the wrestling legend, who was one half of the famous Road Warriors tag team, passed away at Tantare Resort in Osage Beach, Missouri. We're told cops received a call around 11:49 p.m. from Laurinaitis' wife, but when deputies arrived on the scene, emergency personnel had already declared the ex-wrestler deceased. Joseph Laurinaitis was only 60 at the time of his passing. Of course, if you've been watching wrestling for a long time, Joe Laurinaitis teamed with Michael Hegstram to form the Road Warriors, arguably the greatest wrestling team of the last 4 decades, and often listed as the greatest tag team of all time. Working as Animal and Hawk respectively, the team began their career in Georgia Championship Wrestling, where their dominant matches, muscular physiques, and unusual attire quickly made them the talk of the wrestling world. Ironically, the Road Warriors team was hastily thrown together as Bookie Ole Anderson needed a new team after one of his wrestlers was involved in a legal battle that sidelined him. It didn't take Animal and Hawk long to find superstardom, and with manager Paul Ellering guiding their careers both on-screen and behind the scenes, the Road Warriors commanded top dollar wherever they competed. The Road Warriors competed in AWA, Jim Crockett Promotions, WCW, and the WWF, as well as making millions during tours of Japan. The team won major championships wherever they worked and became the first team to win the AWA, NWA, and WWF Tag Team Championships. Although the team's success began to slow down, Animal and Hawk continued working together until Hawk's unfortunate passing in 2003. Animal continued wrestling, teaming with Heidenreich to win the WWE Tag Team Championships in 2005. Animal also teamed with Sasaki to form the Hell Warriors in All Japan Pro Wrestling in 2007. The Road Warriors were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2011. In 2011, Animal released his memoir, The Road Warriors, Danger, Death, and the Rush of Wrestling, and retired from the ring in 2014. Of course, the wrestling world took to social media to honor Joseph Laurinaitis' life and legacy, including some of the following. WWE Hall of Famer Jim Ross wrote, "Shocked to hear the passing of Road Warrior Animal, an iconic figure in our business who I was looking forward to seeing this Saturday night in Jackson, Tennessee at the Jerry Lawler celebration. Condolences to Joe's family and friends." Hulk Hogan, who battled the Road Warriors in Japan, also tweeted, "Rest in peace, Animal. Love you, my brother. I know you and Hawk have a lot of unfinished business to take care of. Godspeed and blessings to your beautiful family. One love for life, Hulk Hogan." Tommy Dreamer also added, "My friend Road Warrior Animal has passed away." Ric Flair, who wrestled Animal and Hawk many times in JCP, tweeted, "I am more than saddened to hear of the loss of my good friend and great opponent John Laurinaitis of the legendary Road Warriors. The Road Warriors and the Four Horsemen drew more money and had more fun and entertained fans worldwide at the highest level. Rest in peace." Jerry the King Lawler, who helped put the Road Warriors early on in their career during a huge tag team match in Memphis Wrestling, said, "Terrible news to wake up to this morning. Praying for Joe's wife and family." Bubba Ray Dudley, whose Dudley Boys team with Devon Dudley was often compared to the Road Warriors in terms of success, noted Animal's passing with a touching tribute. "I've often been asked, who's the greatest tag team of all time? The answer has always been the same. Rest in power, brother. My sincere condolences to family, friends, and fans of Animal all around the world." ECW legend Taz tweeted, "Just found out that Road Warrior Animal has left us. Very sad to hear this. Always such a nice guy wherever I would see him. So I have a Tasmanian devil tattoo on my right arm. He was my inspiration to get that before I started wrestling training." Animal and Hawk affected and inspired many careers, as seen by the various outpourings of grief and appreciation. Natalia tweeted, "I'm thinking of Road Warrior Animal, Joe Laurinaitis, and his entire family right now. Very sad to hear this news today." AEW wrestler Frankie Kazarian recalled how Animal inspired him, posting a picture of him in Road Warrior makeup. Rest in peace Joe Laurinaitis, aka Road Warrior Animal. Very saddened to hear this awful news, a true icon of tag team wrestling and a gentleman. We did this tribute to him and Hawk on a few occasions, and he was nothing but complimentary of it and very gracious. I will miss you, my friend. Godspeed. Social media will continue to fill up with outpourings of grief, respect, and love for Road Warrior Animal. The WWE issued the following statement regarding Joe Laurinaitis' passing, an excerpt which follows. WWE is saddened to learn that Joe Laurinaitis, known to WWE fans as Road Warrior Animal, has passed away at the age of 60. One of the most intense superstars to ever step into the squared circle, the 6'2", 300-pound Animal spent the majority of his career alongside his tag team partner Hawk. Together they formed what was arguably the most successful, popular and feared tandem of all time, the Road Warriors. With their intimidating face paint, outfits covered in metal spikes and impressive array of power moves, the duo captured titles and destroyed opponents wherever they roamed. Their dominance made them so popular that the phrase Road Warrior Pop has been used in the locker rooms to describe particularly deafening reactions from the crowd ever since. WWE extends its condolences to Laurinaitis' family, friends and fans. It is definitely distressing to hear this passing, considering I grew up when the time that the Road Warriors were wrestling. Probably not in their prime, but they were well remembered, especially that music. We'd like to send our condolences to Mr. Laurinaitis' friends and family during this difficult time. Next up, The Rock is ready to wrestle Roman Reigns. Now, fans have been hearing rumors about a dream match between The Rock and his cousin Roman Reigns, but now it appears fans may finally get to see the two titans collide. You may recall that WWE was hoping to pit the two against each other at WrestleMania 35, but plans were cancelled when Roman Reigns' leukemia resurfaced. Now that Reigns is healthy again, the only thing holding back the match is The Rock's availability. The Rock's busy shooting schedule for his acting career makes it problematic to book him into matches, as there's often no telling when he'll be free to compete and when he can't afford to get hurt working a match while he's working on a movie or a television project. Nevertheless, The Rock seems open to the idea of a match. Here's what the People's Champion had to say on his YouTube channel during a recent discussion to hype his new book, The Rock Through the Lens. Feels like the one that would make sense would be Roman. In terms of box office draw, I know how that conversation goes. Listen, here's what we're thinking. Roman beats you now at this WrestleMania. But listen, before you guys say anything, then on the next one, that's when. But you know what? The truth is, I would be honored not only to share the ring with Roman and go back to the WWE, but of course, I would be honored to have him raise his hand in that one. A Rock vs Roman Reigns match would be huge, not only in terms of being a match between a true legend and a future legend, but in terms of box office. The WWE would no doubt want to book this at WrestleMania with paying fans, as the ticket sales, merchandise and pay-per-view buy rates could break previous records. Do you think we'll ever see The Rock and Roman Reigns battle it out in the ring? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Jeff Hardy's retirement plans have been revealed. Now, although Jeff Hardy just signed a new deal with the WWE, the current IC champion is already planning ahead to that day when he finally hangs up his boots. During an interview with the UK newspaper The Daily Star, Jeff revealed, "Hopefully at the point where I can't wrestle anymore, there might be a creative place for me because I do love pro wrestling and I'm interested in everything that's going on. I still feel like I'm a trainer, a coach, or a leader." While Jeff said he doesn't want to be a trainer, he said he would make an exception if his daughters decide to follow in his footsteps. As Jeff's fans know, the charismatic Enigma is also involved in a number of other projects outside the ring, so it's easy to imagine him keeping himself busy with things besides wrestling. Hardy noted, "I'm so heavily involved in my music now. I've been writing a lot and trying to improve it as it's such an intimidating industry. I'm involved in that and other artwork as well. I do a lot of painting and stuff. I love all that, but I don't think I'll ever be a wrestling trainer, an agent, a coach, or anything like that." You can be certain Jeff's fans are hoping he has a few more good years left in his career, and based on his recent performances, he's still an energetic and entertaining performer. And finally, CM Punk roasts Retribution. And last but not least, Retribution's official debut on this week's Raw didn't go over well as fans poked fun at some of the group's members' names as well as the huge holes in the storyline, such as why a group dedicated to exacting revenge on the WWE would sign contracts. The always snarky CM Punk was ready to share his own insight into the group and posted a picture of Retribution member Slapjack, aka who we believe is Shane Thorne, with the caption, "When you're bored in catering and there's an abundance of paper plates." Ouch. As discussed in our recent analysis of Raw, the WWE dropped the ball with the Retribution storyline, and the promotion is going to have to work hard to salvage the storyline if it's serious about putting Retribution into the main event at Survivor Series. But there you have it, guys, the latest wrestling news and rumors you need to know. Now, we won't do our usual outro, but we will give a 10-bell salute to one of the greatest tag teams that ever stepped foot in the squared circle.